Hi everyone, welcome to Modern Monk Girl. It's your girl Lex. Today I am back with just a solo episode. We are going to be talking about grateful 20s because Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And not only that, it's November, the month of grateful, thankful. Try to come up with another like full word. Full. There we go. It's also a very full month because we are stuffing food in our faces. So, welcome to episode 44 as we talk about just being grateful and thankful for being in our 20s, what we have learned, and how that has really brought us up to be who we are today. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, y'all, I feel so mature with this hairstyle. Like, as you guys know, may or may not know, I did cut my hair. I have bangs now. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. But I look so mature like this, so I just like pulled my bangs back. Okay, so sorry. That was off the topic, but we are talking about specifically our 20s, how it's just a time where like we just don't have enough time, right? I feel like our 20s really feel like that, where we're like, oh my gosh, we don't have enough time. Like, we're getting old, we're pushing 30. Like, ew, get me out of here. I feel like when everyone turns 21, they're like, it's 21, I'm legal, get the fuck out of my way. Like, I feel like every 21-year-old is like that when they turn 21. And then when they turn 25, they're like, I'm mid. Like, mid old. And then when they turn 26, like me, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When you're 26, like, and I'm just speaking from experience, but when you're 26, I feel like that's really when you just understand shit. Like, if people around you move different and they're an adult as well, weird. Weird energy, weird flex, but okay. I just feel like once when you're an adult, when everyone is an adult around you, there's just really no more excuses. Like, oh, you've shown me enough of what I have to see. Like, I now know if I want to hang out with you again or not. Like, I'm sorry, but this isn't high school. This isn't middle school where we can just be like, oh, yeah, I'll see you again tomorrow. No, I'm not going to see you again, never. Period. And that is literally how 20s come to be. And so it's just really realizing that you are growing, everyone around you is growing, and I mean, unfortunately, the world is not going to stop spinning for you just because you are stuck. But that doesn't mean that you can't be stuck, because of course you can be stuck, because you're going to be so grateful for being stuck because you are going to learn so many lessons from that, babes. Like, once when you go down that road, once when you have recovered, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I was in a pit and now I'm not anymore. And I'm so grateful for myself. Okay, so let's dive in. I feel like a very, very simple gratitude that I practice every day is just, honestly, this is going to sound corny, but honestly, it's freaking true. Waking up, being alive, being able to open my eyes, being able, like that's it. Being able, period. Like, I'm able to open my eyes, get up, move, brush my teeth, wash my face. Like, I have all these resources. I have running water, I have a heater, I have AC, just things that make me comfortable that I don't even know. I have a flushing toilet. Damn, like, how cool is that? How uncool if I didn't have a flushing toilet, right? You would be like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do now? Like, I need a shit. And then when you shit, because you have no choice, your toilet doesn't work. So your shit is just going to keep stacking. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to be grateful for every little thing. And that's just something that I practice because, you know, even though every day is a routine, every day is the same. I take my car to work, I come back home, I eat lunch, I have dinner, I have my two girls, my two dogs, I feed them, I have my cat. Like, it just keeps, like, it's a repeated day every day. But within those days, you are using something constantly, and it's become something so like routine for you that you just don't really notice it anymore, where it's like, oh, it's always going to be there. And that's how like you have programmed your brain to be. Because honestly, a lot of us, like people, we are we're like robots, to be honest. Everything is programmed in our brain unless like we bring it to fruition, unless we're like, oh, by the way, consciously I do this every day, and damn, I took advantage of it every day because now I'm just realizing it. And so I think once when you bring that into light, you're like, oh my gosh, I am thankful for it. I'm thankful for my car every day. I'm thankful that my electricity works, my Wi Fi works, my phone works, everything works. Like right now, I'm thankful that I have a recording tool. I have my $100 Yeti mic that I'm talking into. I have my laptop in front of me, my Dior lip gloss that I applied. Y'all, see. And not only that, oops, not only that, clean drinking water I have that I'm holding. Yeah. You guys, the list goes on and on. It's really the little things that you should cherish, that you should really take in account for, because I feel like today a lot of people, they want materialistic things. You open up social media and it's just a lie. I'm going to tell you straight up. It's a damn lie. And I'm not going to lie, even in my social media, that shit is a lie too. I mean, it is very real, but then like I only post what I want people to see. So like you guys don't see when I'm crying, when I'm upset, when I'm broke, when I'm in the depression hole of pit. Like y'all don't see any of that. And that's exactly why that's what social media is. It highlights, it's a highlight, okay? It highlights everything. That's why it's always a hit of dopamine every time you open up TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's easy. It's supposed to be easy. And so once when you try to level your life with social media, you're not going to get anywhere, okay? Like, I'm just going to tell you straight up, babes, that social media is not ever going to be your life. Like, you will never have your life as perfect as social media, because everybody's lives that they're putting on it is only the highlight, is only the light. You do not see the struggle. Yes, there are people that post their struggles on there, but okay, that's different, okay? I'm talking about the standards that social media put our lives up to, put our 20s up to, okay? There are people in their 20s that are getting PhDs, traveling around the world, um, billionaires, millionaires. And then there's like people like me who's doing a podcast, a passion project. But there's also people that are normal as fuck, like me, okay? Like I am doing a 9 to 5 every day, trying to survive, trying to get to the next day, which is nothing bad. And that is exactly why you have to find little moments to be grateful, to be thankful that you have these things. And I feel like it just really humbles you. Like, I'm here today, period. You know, in my 20s, like, I know I'm still in my 20s right now too, but in my early 20s, gratitude to me, I I always strived for perfection. Like, I was a perfectionist, and if I did not have what I wanted, if it did not go my way, I did not want it at all. It was the highway. And it was because I wanted the perfect life. Perfect life, social media, like I mentioned, it really just plays a huge role in yourself, an impact that brings out like a monstrosity, not gonna lie, like literally, because it's comparison, babe. Comparison is literally your worst enemy. Once when you really start comparing, you're gonna have to tell yourself to stop. But I learned that I can't control everything. I can compare all I want, but what is that doing to me? Like, why would I compare when I have free will to do something about it? And so that's what I did. And so what I learned was that I can only control what I can, which is myself. And that took me a very long time. Growing up as the oldest and a control freak, it took me a long time. But I finally got it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be a freak. I don't need to be a control freak. And my perfectionism, it doesn't need to be perfect. Because what I learned out of being a perfectionist was that I'm visionary. I have a vision. And even if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. Even if it doesn't go perfectly, it doesn't matter because it's mine. It's my vision. And I am creating my vision. Now, something that I love to do every day just to remind myself how grateful I am and how blessed I am to have these things in my life is when I wake up, I do affirmations. I always do affirmations. The first thing I do is after I'm done brushing my teeth and washing my face, I say good morning to myself because I'm like, it's time to start the day. So, literally in the mirror, I'm like, good morning, Lex. Let's have a great day today. And I do a big smile because, fuck, I'm the one that sets the tone. It's my life, it is my show. I'm the main character. So, I'm gonna do what the fuck main characters do. And I'm gonna have a great life. And so, yeah, after that, I get ready and everything. I take my girls outside for them to do their business and not trying to get religious or anything, but I also say good morning to God, Jesus, and my Gramps. Love you, Gramps. And I just let them know that I'm thankful. Like, thank you. I'm awake. It's really the little things. And after I'm done, um, And then I come back inside, I look, I just do like final touch ups, and I say my affirmations, and I say as many affirmations that I'd like. So I always tell myself I am enough. Don't take things personal. I am beautiful. I am resilient. I am confident. I am bold. I am strong. I am soft. I am authentic. I am fun. I am resilient. And I am unapologetically myself. I am a modern girl. Yep, so those are my affirmations. I could say more as well, but those are just something for me to be grateful about myself. Like, of course, I am thankful to be myself too. I'm thankful with everything else externally, but internally it starts with me. And so that's how I begin my day. And then at the end of the night, I like to think of three things that I'm grateful for throughout the day. Like, what happened today? What am I grateful for? What were my three highlights, that really stood out to me? Something that I also enjoy doing is journaling. Y'all, I've already said this so many times, but journaling really helps. I get it. It's a chore to write. You don't want to pull out a pen, piece of paper, and just write. But it's like, come on, it's going to help you so much. You're going to put all of your thoughts on a physical piece of paper, and you're going to see like what you've been holding inside of that big old noggin of yours. That's pretty liberating to me. Like, that's quite poetic, actually, because now you see your thoughts on paper. And again, it doesn't have to be on paper, it could be on your notes app, it could be on a Word document, it could be a painting, a drawing. I don't care what it is, it's your thoughts that you're expressing out. And that just really shows, like, it just shows the energy that you're putting on there. So, yeah, you could do that too. An example of what I do is that on my loved ones' birthdays, I like to paint a painting for them. And so, that's just cute. Like, I'm grateful for them. I love them, and I'm thankful they're in my life. So I just put my energy and time, and I just paint them a little something. And guess what? It's original. They can't buy it anywhere because I made it. Like, how beautiful is that, right? Something else that I love, love, love doing is just sending text messages, letters, or just anything, a reminder to my loved ones that I love them and I care about them and I'm thankful for them. And I think those are just so wholesome because you just really get to express that you love them. And that's really it. That's the most authentic way that you can ever approach your loved ones. And, they don't even have to respond. You could literally let them know, like, hey, you don't even have to respond, but I just want to let you know I love you and I'm thankful for you. Have a great day or have a good night. Doesn't matter. It just makes you feel so good because you sent that message. So let this be a sign. Let this be a sign to you to send that message, to write that letter, to leave that note to your loved ones because you're going to make their day. Like, you really are. It's just like the most the most like warm feeling. And guess what? Guess what? It's motherfucking free. It is free to be loving. It is free to be thankful. It is free to be a good person. I also love to just like send my loved ones like a cute little $10 if they're not having such a great day, because I'm like, go get yourself a coffee or a cute snack, like a pick me up, because I care about you, and I know if like I was feeling like this, I need me a snack. Like, I need a snack, and not that like anyone is obligated to send me money to get snacks, but like I'm just saying for me, like I could use a pick me up, and so I'll just be like, here you go. And I just want to also highlight that this is in no obligation for you to want a response from your loved ones, or want the energy reciprocated in any way. Like, this is just you being a good person. So, yeah. Don't expect don't expect anything from being good, from being yourself, because that's just who you are and that's just what you want to do. And so, y'all, honestly, being in your 20s, it is supposed to be a time of building yourself, of understanding who you are, understanding the people around you, and just finding the little things, because you don't need something big to make you feel so powerful, so grateful, so thankful. Like, oh, I finally, I got this, I bought a car. Like, I'm so happy for that. Of course. And yes, yes, you should be fucking happy. You should be happy if you bought a fucking car for yourself, because period. But I'm saying that it doesn't always have to take that much in order for you to be happy. Because if you're always going to be happy like that, then babes, you're going to need like fucking hundreds of cars in your life in order to be happy. But guess what? After probably like your third car, you're probably just gonna like not even be happy anymore. It'll just be so numb, and you would just want to keep finding something more and more, and then you're just gonna get so much into consumption of this fake happiness, because it's just everything materials, and then you're gonna be like, why am I not really happy? And you're just gonna fall into this pit of depression, and then something happens to you, and then you get this epitome and realization, and you're like, oh my god, I don't need another car to be happy. I never needed a car to be happy. I just needed to fucking walk and touch grass to be happy. So ultimately, you did not need a car. You just had to go outside, touch some grass, and just be like, oh my God, I'm alive. I'm alive, and I'm happy, and I'm well, and I know I'm a good person. I know I am loving. I am kind. I'm awesome. I'm a baddie. So why the fuck am I not grateful? And I think that's really the fucking beauty, is when you have that realization, when you have that epitome, and you're like, I have free will to think, feel, and do. You have autonomy, babes. You have autonomy to do whatever you want. And that's why you are who you are. And so, if you are in your 20s and you're watching this, you're listening to this, and you're like relating hella hard, you're not alone. You really are not alone. But if you're in your 20s and you cannot relate to this at all, then I don't know. Leave in the comments below. I am actually very interested to hear your perspective in your 20s, because that would be really cool to just learn. But yeah, your 20s is not that serious. Like, if you Can't pay for your credit card. That's okay. Look at this economy. It's shit as hell. Like, states are going through recessions, okay? And soon the whole entire country. But um but I just want to let you know that your 20s is not going to be a waste of your time. It's supposed to feel like that because you're building yourself. I feel like your 20s is like a second wave of puberty, but adult puberty. Cuz like in your teens, obviously like you hit puberty and you're changing, but like in your 20s it's like you have an adult puberty because like your frontal lobe develops and you're like, holy shit, these people are fake as fuck, and I was hanging out with them, and holy shit, like I was the fucking bitch, you know, like shit, I'm getting smart, I'm realizing, oh my god. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, your 20s is so beautiful. You start to really realize and grasp the meaning of life, the meaning of people. And it's like, I can choose to do better, or I can choose to just remain the same. And it's all up to you, or remain, or not remain the same, but or get worse. And me being 26, I still have 3 more years until my 20s are over. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to those next 3 years, okay? And I don't care if I'm pushing 30. Fuck. I'm gonna be a fucking badass 30-year-old. Like, I'm gonna be so fucking cool, I swear. Like, I feel like 30s are where it's just like, you know, like, I don't know, I just can't describe it. I just feel like it's gonna be better because like my 20s, oh my god, when I just look back, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Lex? Like, when I was 20, I looked weird as fuck. Weird, just. And then 21, I was bad. Like, I was just a bad kid, to be honest. Kind of like a rebellious teenager. Was trying all sorts of things. And when I was 22, that was my Taylor Swift era, 22. But I was okay, but I was still like, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I still don't know. 23, God, now that I'm doing like memory lane, I'm kind of like getting a bit sentimental. Like, damn, wow. That was 3 years ago when I was 23. But 24 was a awkward age. Just kind of felt like I was hanging in there. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, what am I doing with my life? And that's exactly what 20s is about. Okay, what am I doing with my life? Because you're growing, you're constructing yourself as a person, a wholesome person. Because then when I turned 25, I thought I was a know-it-all, right? Because frontal lobe being developed and all, I was like, I'm 25, I'm smart, credit score high, I could get anything, I could sign anything, I could get a black card, whatever. I don't need no one to tell me what to do. And I'm not gonna lie, 25 was like a 20 high of my life, mentally and emotionally, because I felt like I was really on top of the world because I was just having the time of my life. But when 26 hit, fuck. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I actually did not know shit in 25, but 26, like, I think your frontal lobe starts developing at 25 and finishes at 26 because, bitch, I was like, now I'm 26. I'm turning 27 in like, what, 4 or 5 months from now on? Holy fuck. I have learned so much. And I'm not trying to invalidate my years by saying I didn't know shit. No, I know a lot of shit, but I just didn't really fucking know what the hell was going on. And I think to highlight your 20s is that you just don't know what the fuck you're really doing, because you do know, because you're still exploring yourself and finding yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what your habits are, what ticks you, what clicks you, what drives you. Like, you're literally experiencing all of those things in your 20s. And that's why ultimately you feel like you don't know shit. Or is that just me? No, because like I do very much know myself now better than like 6 years ago when I was 20 years old. I definitely do know myself more, but I just believe that your 20s is going to be a confusing time, and it's meant to be like that. It's not your, I don't think for our generation, our 20s are not meant to get married by 25, start a family, have kids, and stuff like that anymore. And if you want that, that's perfectly fine. But I just really feel like that is just not who we are anymore. We don't need to get married. We don't need to start a family. We need to start with ourselves. That's the thing. Like, you can absolutely have people in your life, but ultimately, you're going to have yourself forever. So, there we go. Be grateful for yourself. Be grateful for your 20s. I know I still got 3 more years to go until I'm done with my 20s, but I'm really excited for that, because then I can start doing like lessons I learned in my 20s. But that is just what I have. That's but that's what I have for y'all today. I hope you guys took a thing or two with this episode. I really, really enjoyed creating this episode. I just feel like it's such a wholesome episode when you talk about your 20s and being thankful for it, because you do a lot of stupid shit in your life, and it's like, still thankful, still looking at the bright side of everything. Yeah. Okay, well, you guys already know the drill. You can find a Modern Monk Girl on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, it'll help us so much if you rate our show, and also comment below what is something you're grateful for in your 20s, or like your current experience with your 20s right now, or if you're no longer 20, what was your experience? And you can find me at Lex Galaxy on all social media platforms as well. It was such a nice conversation, girlies. Remember, we are here for y'all every Wednesday, and we shall see you soon, girlies.